You might have heard some people say the budget's better than they expected. Perhaps they're distracted by the government's pre-election cash splash. But we want you to see it for what it really is. A Bandaid budget that'll continue to hurt Australian workers for years to come. The government claims that consumer spending will fuel the recovery. But the budget shows that income support and real wages will fall. A pay cut doesn't encourage people to spend. We're struggling through the lowest wage growth since World War II, but the government won't boost public sector wages and is encouraging the casualisation of our workforce. And we all know that an increase in insecure work leads to lower wages, as workers become desperate for any job that they can get. This budget also failed to deliver on manufacturing investment. The government's commitment to supporting local jobs through infrastructure projects was zero. And if you've lost your job, want to retrain, or your kids hope to get their qualifications through TAFE, this is terrible news. The government's cut $3 billion from TAFE since 2013, with no new funding in sight. Instead, they're pushing students into private colleges that don't guarantee the on-the-job training and the skills development our young people need. But none of these cuts could be about saving money, right? Because the government's ignoring cheap and sustainable renewable energy options and instead giving big business almost $280 million to reduce emissions with no strings attached. That's a massive hand up for their mates. But what about the rest of us? There was no plan for workers in the power generation sector facing insecure futures. There's permanent tax cuts for the rich, but no public housing or homeless funding. There's no increase to JobSeeker. How do you make ends meet, look for work or study on $44 a day? Those low-paid casualised jobs suddenly look inevitable, don't they? Nope, this Bandaid budget was all about looking after the wealthy and winning back votes, not about working Australians. The union movement must step up to ensure all workers, including unemployed workers, aren't just left to struggle, but can live well. This starts with fighting for good, secure jobs and a pay rise across our industries, today. Join your union. Together, we'll build the power and influence needed to push back against this anti-worker agenda. Join your union. Together, we win.